Today I am going to talk about screen. How to, if you don't know what is screen, you can go to this wiki page GNU screen and check that. So in this video I am going to show you how to install screen, how to use that, and couple of screen commands. So first, let me go to the terminal. First we need to install screen. So for that we can use these commands. Sudo apt-get install screen. I am using Ubuntu. So in Ubuntu, this is the way how to install this screen package. Then okay, so I already installed screen. So here you can see a couple of screen commands. First, let me go from the beginning. So this first one, list all screen session of current user. So let me check screen minus ls. So this will list all screen sessions created by this particular user. So right now there is no screen session. So if you to see all screen session on a specific machine, so screen minus ls list only the screen created by that particular user. So if you run this command, you can find all screen session on this particular machine. Okay, that's how to list the screen sessions. So let me create a one screen session. Open it. So how to create a new screen session? For that we need to type the execute this screen, this command screen. So this is created new screen session. So right now I am in a screen session. So if you want to exit from that session, you need to press this key combination, Ctrl plus A, then press D. So you can exit from this screen session. Ctrl A, then press D. So I exit from that screen session. So let me run just the screen session, screen minus ls. So right now you can see one screen session, that is detach. So if you want to go to that session again, you have to run this command, screen minus r re-enter, then that session id. So we'll go to the session. So okay, there is one more option to see all commands or parameter on that screen. If you want to see all commands supported by this screen, to see that you have to press this key combination, Ctrl A, then question mark. Ctrl A question mark. Then you can see here, you can see all commands supported by this screen program. Here you can see press space or return to end space. Okay, so that way you can list all supported commands. If you want to kill a screen session, you have to press this combination, Ctrl plus A, then press Shift plus K. Let me try. Ctrl A, then press Shift K. You can see the message here, really kill this window. Yes, I killed that window. Then let me execute this. Let me list the 3 sessions. I killed that session. Okay, then there is one more. Reattach this I showed you. Then here, how to create multiple screen window or tab in a session. That's another feature. We can create multiple tab in a screen session. So I will show how to. First create a screen session. Screen screen. This will create a screen session. Okay, this is a default window or tab of this session. If you want to create new window or new tab, you need to press this key combination, Ctrl A, then press C. That is Ctrl A, then press C. So it's create a new screen session. So let me type one command here, pwd. Okay, if you want to create one more tab, how to do that? Ctrl A, then press C. So let me execute one command, uname -a. So right now I created in this session total 3 tabs are there. How to go to the tabs? If you go back to the previous tab, you have to press Ctrl A P. Okay, now I went to the previous tab. If you press again Ctrl A P, it will go to the previous. If you if you want to go to the next, you have to press Ctrl A, then N, next, then Ctrl A, then press N, Ctrl A, then press N. This way you can switch to each tab. That is here. That's what he is explaining here. Ctrl A, then press N to go to the next tab. Ctrl A, then press P to go to the previous tab. Okay, then how to go to the end screen? Suppose you have 10 tabs open, not 10, 20 tabs open. If you want to go to the 12th tab, how you go to there? So for that you can use this key combination. Which one? Ctrl A, then press these codes. Ctrl A, then press codes. Then this will ask switch it to window. Here we can specify the window numbers. For example, let me press 2, then enter. It will go to the window number 2. Let me try again. Ctrl A, press codes, switch it to window. Let me type 1. It will go to window 1. Ctrl A, press 0. It will go to the first tab. It's the first tab. This way we can directly go to a particular tab. So for that we can use this combination, Ctrl A and quotes, single quotes. How to list the name of all tabs and select from there? Oh, there is one more way. If you can list all tabs in all tabs opened in this session. For that we can use this combination, Ctrl A, then Shift quotes. See here you can see 3 tabs. Tab 0, Ctrl A Shift quotes, tab 1, Ctrl A Shift quotes, tab 2. in this way. You can see here, you can see all open tabs, and you can select one tab and go there. Okay, for that you can use this key combination, Ctrl A, then Shift single quotes here, without shift, here Shift single quotes. There is one more option, how to switch to screen 0 to 9. If you want to switch to screen 1, you can use Ctrl A, then press 2, and plus 1, Ctrl A 0, Ctrl A 1, Ctrl A 2, Ctrl A 3 is not there, Ctrl A 0, Ctrl A 1. So but one limitation is, so limitation of this method is that we can navigate only from 0 to 9. That's so you can, if you want, you can use this thing. Then how to toggle to the window displayed previously. Okay, for example, Ctrl A, 1, 1, 0, Ctrl A 1. So now I am in tab 1. If I want to go to the previous tab which I selected, you can use Ctrl A again to press Ctrl A twice. Ctrl A. If you want to the previous one, Ctrl A press twice. So you can toggle between the tab. Ctrl A, Ctrl A, Ctrl A, Ctrl A. In that way, you can toggle to the window displayed previously. How to change the name of the screen tab? See, if you press Ctrl A, Shift single quotes, you can see the tabs. But there is, right now I haven't assigned any name to this tab. Right now it's showing 0 bash, 1 bash, 2 bash. We can give a meaningful name to the tab, so we can identify it easily. So how to do that? For that we can use this command, Ctrl A, Shift A. Let me go to one. This is the first tab, 0, tab 0. From here, let me press Ctrl A, Shift A. So it's asking set Windows title to, let me give one name, tab 1. I given name to this tab. Let me check that, Ctrl A, Shift single quotes. Here you can see the name is changed from bash to tab 1. Let me go to tab 1. Sorry, this should be tab 0, right? Ctrl A, Shift A, give name to tab 0. Then go to second tab, tab 0, sorry, tab 1. So here Ctrl A, Shift A. So let me give name tab 1. Then go to Ctrl A, Shift. So you can see, oh, it's Ctrl A, Shift A, give some name. For example, cat. So this is cat tab. Go to this one, give them Ctrl A, Shift A, give it name rat. Ctrl A, Shift single quotes, then give this another name, Ctrl A, Shift A, Okay, I renamed all tabs dog, rat, cat. Right now we have 3 tabs. Okay, how to clear a screen window. So if you want to clear a screen window, let me go to this tab, cat tab. So I want to clear this, so that we can use Ctrl A, then Ctrl A, Shift C, cleared. Then again type your name -a. Okay, that way you can clear a screen or tab. How to kill a whole window and terminate screen. So if you want to kill all this window, and terminate this session, how to do that? For that we can use this command, Ctrl A, then press slash. Let me try. Ctrl A, then slash. Here you can say really quit and kill all your windows. For right now, let me press no. Then how to kill? Okay, how to lock a ScreenSession. You can lock a screen. How to do it? Ctrl A, then press X. So for this we need a, right now if I show this you can't understand, so let me skip that. How to lock ScreenSession. This also, so this I can show. For example, go to a screen. I think right now I am in screen tab cat. So from here I am going to execute this command, Ctrl A, then Shift H, Ctrl A, Shift H. Okay, here you can see creating log file screen log.2. Logging close, Ctrl A, Shift H, creating log file screen log2. So if let me execute some commands here. Fdisk. So what this will do, you will find screen.log file in your home directory. So let me open one more, Ctrl I see one more tab and check the home directory for this particular file, screen log, right, cr screen log, sorry, it's a cr screen log2. So there you can see this fdisk output. So in this way, clear this way, you can log the activities inside a tab. For that you can use this command. Okay, then reattach to a specified Windows tab in a ScreenSession. Suppose I want to directly go to particular tab. I will show you. Let me exit from this ScreenSession. For that we need to use Ctrl A D. Okay, then let me check screen -ls. So right now there is one session. Let me reattach to that session, screen -r, then session ID. See, it's going to session, which session is this one? Cat session. Let me exit from again. execute again, it again comes to cat session. Control A, D, exit again, try again comes to cast cat section. So if you want to go to rat session instead of cat, I want to directly go to the rat session. That is session, rat tab of this session. How to do that? For that we can use the option -P1. So right now in rat session, Control I, Shift, single quotes. See, right now I am in rat tab. So in this way we can directly go to a particular tab inside a session, tab or window. Okay. If session is running, then reattach. If necessary, detach, log out remotely first. If it was not running, create it and notify the user. So if you run this command, we don't need to specify the session ID. Right now there is only one session, right? If you run execute this command, screen -T-R, it automatically open that the default one. Let me create one more session. Screen, Control A, C, DF. Okay, Control exit from this session. Right now we have two sessions. So if you execute the previous command, it will not open any session because there is two sessions, right? If there is only one, if there was only one session, it would have opened that one. Okay. How to create a new screen session and specify a meaningful name for a session. So it's telling we can give a name for the new session while creating it. So let me do that. Let me execute this one. Right now there is two sessions. Okay, let me try this again. Screen -N, Saju session 3. Okay, so let me execute command df pwd. Okay, the next exit from this session. Okay, so let me check screen -ls. Okay, right now, so now you can see three sessions. You can note that here this session I given one name, one meaningful name. So this way, using this command, you can give name for a particular section while creating it. Okay, then how to attach to a not detached screen session? Let me try that. Not detached. So this is detached. All these are detached. Control Shift V -X. This will not go. So let me open another tab. Wait. So right now here you can see, okay, 4 screen sessions are here. Let me go to new tab and let me execute screen -ls and let me go reattach to -r this session. So I am making this session open and go to the previous tab and let me list the sessions. So here you can see that this session is attached mode, all other are detached mode. Why this is attached me? Because this is open here. So if you run this screen -x, this will screen -x, then this session ID. Using this we can, what is telling, how to attach to a not detached screen session. So in using this screen -x command you can connect to the attached screen session. So let's go there. Okay, that's another. Me close from here, screen -l. So everything is in detached mode. Okay, then how to split screen, then how to rename an existing session. Okay, this I will show how to rename an existing session. So right now this the name I given to this session while I creating it. So at that time I gave this name. So what about this? I need to, if I want to change the name of this session, how to do that? For that first we need to go to that session. Okay, right now I am inside. Let me take another one. Take this one. Okay, screen -r, and I am in that session. Then you need to execute this name, Ctrl A, then type :session name, then name for your session. That is, first press Ctrl A, then press colon, that is shift colon, that will make colon, then type the command session. This is the command session name, that's the command, :session name, that's the command. Then type the name for your session, new name for the session. For example, renamed session. Okay, and then exit from this session, Ctrl ID. Let me list the session again. So here you can see the name of this session get changed, so that way you can rename an existing session. Then another thing, this is how to split screen. Let me go to this renamed section, screen -r. So see, we can press Ctrl A, single quotes, shift single quotes. So right now in this session there is 4 tabs are open. So if you want to go to each tab, either you need to select from this list, or we can use Ctrl A1, Ctrl A2, Ctrl A3. That way you can go. Otherwise we can use Ctrl A, single quotes, then you can specify that screen number, for example 2, and press enter, it will go there. So in some case you would like to see all these tabs in one screen. Okay, in that case, how to do that? For that we can split the screen. So if you want to split the screen horizontally, you can use Ctrl A, then press shift plus S. For example, Ctrl A, then shift S. See, it's split into two. So right now I am in our control is in first screen. So if how to go to the second screen, for that you can use Ctrl A, then press tab. Okay, now I come into the second screen. In that way you can switch between the splitted window. Okay, so if you want to open one of your existing tab in the splitted window, you can use either of this command, either Ctrl A then tab number, or Ctrl A then use next and previous command, then Ctrl A shift single quotes. Again I will show you Ctrl A shift single quotes. So here you can see that me in this tab I am going to open, so in this splitted window I am going to open cat tab. Here is a cat tab. If you want to open Ctrl A shift single quotes rat tab, Ctrl A shift single quotes dog tab, Ctrl A shift single quotes bash. So let me execute one command here, pwd. Okay, then go to, so in cat tab is a cat tab, you can see the name here. Here you can see the name cat tab. So let me go to the previous window, Ctrl A tab. So here I am going to open rat tab, Ctrl A shift single quotes dog. This is in dog. Oh sorry, this is a dog. This is bash. Here you can see the name bash tab, dog tab. In dog tab I am going to execute fdisk command. So let me go down, Ctrl A tab. Here I execute pwd. So let me open in two window, let me open the screen tab. So that is dog tab in the bottom window also. Ctrl A. Here is dog tab. This is the dog tab. See, you can see the both window, you can see the same tab. Okay, if you want to split it again, press Ctrl A shift S, split it again. Let me go to Ctrl A tab last window, and here you can select Ctrl A shift single quotes. You can open a particular, let me open cat here, cat. Okay, so this way you can split a window and use that. So there is one more option. If you want to resize a window, you can so before resize, let me show you the remove. So if you want to remove the one particular window, you can use this command. Let me remove the last screen. For that, press Ctrl A, then shift colon remove. Here remove is a command, so I remove the last window. Then resize. Let me show you resize. I am going to resize the last window. For that, press Ctrl A, then shift colon, then type the command resize, then space the size. I am going to give 25. Okay, it's try resize the last one. Let me try it again. Ctrl A colon resize to 20. Okay, in this way you can resize the splitted window. There is one more thing. If you want to remove all splitted window or region except the current one, so let me create a couple of splitted window. Ctrl A shift S, Ctrl A shift S, and go to the first splitted window. Ctrl A tab. Ctrl A tab, Ctrl A tab. Okay, right now I am in first splitted window. Okay, let me remove all splitted window, all other splitted window except the first one. For that we can use this command, Ctrl A, then type colon only, Ctrl A, then press shift colon and type the command only, press enter. So it removed all other region except that one. So in this way, so let me show one more thing. We can also split the window in vertically. For that we need to use Ctrl A, then shift slash, Ctrl A, shift slash, plus no, Ctrl A, shift plus slash. See, it's split in vertical. Again Ctrl A, shift slash. And you can switch the window using Ctrl A tab, and you can open a particular tab here, Ctrl A, shift, single quotes, and me open here, right here, Ctrl A tab, go to next one, let me open Ctrl A, shift, single quotes, me open the previous one, right, cat here. Okay, in 3 windows in separate. So in this way you can open multiple windows, section windows in one single window. So this will be more helpful. So okay, I think you got the basic idea about how to use this screen and how to use different commands, screen commands. Okay, let me exit from this Control ID, screen minus ls. Let me kill the screens one by one. Where is kill command? Can I kill without going that screen minus k? Me try this command, minus k session id, minus capital K, no, my screen, we search for kill, Control A, Control K, Control A, Control K. There is no other command. So kill command is there, I think. Screen minus ls, screen minus r, Control A, shift colon, kill. Okay, remote. Then screen minus r, go to the second session. Then Control A, shift colon, kill. That also killed. Control A, shift colon, kill. Okay, to screen minus R, Control A, shift colon, kill. in minus r. There is one more command, right? Control kill ScreenSession. Control A Shift K. That's simple. Control A Shift K. You want to kill this window? Yes. Control A Shift yes. Control A Shift yes. So Control A Shift K. Yes. Control A Shift K. Yes. So that will kill each window. Control A Shift or Tab Shift K. Yes. So it's killed all ScreenSessions. Okay. I think okay. And okay, bye.